So Ujjayi breathing, also known as, at least I call it throat breathing, is a really important basic component of a yoga practice because it is a type of breath that allows us to slow down our inhalation and exhalation and deepen it in a way that is less effortful, that's not effortful. So Ujjayi breath, the sound and sensation should come from deep in the throat, even though you're breathing through a closed mouth, you're breathing through the nostrils. What we're trying to avoid, I'm going to get closer so that you can hear. What we're trying to avoid is a nasal sound. So we don't want to hear this. And notice how my nostrils flare when I do that. That's going to create tension in the facial muscles and also in the neck and shoulders. So if you watch, notice how all of these muscles in the pit of my throat tightened. We're trying to keep as relaxed as possible, and we're breathing through the chest and diaphragm. So the throat breathing, or yogic breathing, let me see if I can produce the sound on this video. You'll notice that the sound is smooth, it's relatively effortless, and you didn't see a lot of movement here in the neck, chest, shoulders, and the mouth stays relaxed. So this is a really important thing to consider when you're doing yogic breathing. Excuse me, I got something caught in my throat. So, excuse me. When you're doing your yogic breathing, or Ujjayi breath, when you're first learning it, many people find that they have trouble making that sound when they inhale. It's the easiest to try and figure it out on exhalation and then reproduce it on inhalation. A good way to explore is to start with the mouth open if you're having trouble making the sound. If it's easy for you, just use it. If you're having trouble figuring out the sound, what I tell people is to open the mouth when you breathe out and breathe out like you're going to fog a mirror. So you have your hand in front of you and you go, and you want to open the mouth wide so that the sound and sensation is deep in the back of the throat, not towards the palate in the front. So if you'll notice when I get closer to you and you listen to this, so notice how as I changed the shape of my mouth, it actually changed the sound of the breath. And that's because, not unlike a vocalist or a singer, the way that you shape your mouth and the airway is going to affect where the friction and where the turbulence of the air is. And we want to create that deeper in the throat, not towards the front of the mouth. So the first mistake people make when they're trying to learn this is that they don't really fully open the mouth and they just kind of go, it's not enough. You have to open wide, like you're going to say, ha, right? As opposed to saying, ha. And it looks a little sad, right? This is yogic breathing. Don't be sad, be happy. So once you've figured out how to breathe and create that sound in the back of the throat with the mouth open, you then just try and do the exact same thing without opening the mouth. And what will happen? Once you figure that out, you can do the same thing on inhalation. Ujjayi breathing in the context of a yoga practice should be about 4 to 5 seconds of inhale and 4 to 5 seconds of exhalation. You can do longer. It's totally fine for you to take a 6 or 7 second inhalation and exhalation. Whatever feels natural and not laboring or not labored to you in your practice.